Good morning and welcome back to the Mining Stock Daily Morning Briefing, presented by the Clear Commodity Network and delivering today's top news in mining and mineral exploration. From the new ClearCom studios, here's your host, Trevor Hall.
Good morning and welcome back to Mining Stock Daily Morning Briefing. I am Michael McRae filling in for Trevor Hall. It's Monday, July 27. A pause in military action between the U.S. and Iran are powering stocks higher. Markets have been dragged lower these past 2 weeks due to worries about escalation. The New York Times reported that President Trump put off plans to ramp up military actions partly due to dwindling stockpiles of intercept missiles. Major indices are all green as of 8 a.m. Eastern Time. S&P futures are up 0.89%, Nasdaq up 1.42%. In commodities, gold is up 0.63% to $4,096, while crude oil is down 6.26% to $83.72. Copper futures up 0.5% to $6.39. In mining headlines, Fury Gold Mines announced Monday that it has restarted drilling and exploration at its Eau Claire project in northern Quebec following a wildfire-related shutdown near the site. Sundance Resources said it has prevailed in International Chamber of Commerce arbitration against Cameroon, with the tribunal ordering roughly $616 million in damages, interest, and cost tied to a long-stalled iron ore project. And Indonesian leaders are calling for better cooperation amongst government agencies and law enforcement to resolve mineral shipment bottlenecks. This episode of Mining Stock Daily is brought to you by Integra Resources. Integra is a growing precious metal producer in the Great Basin of the western United States. Integra is focused on demonstrating profitability and operational excellence at its principal operating asset, the Florida Canyon Mine, located in Nevada. In addition, Integra is committed to advancing its flagship development stage heap leach projects, the past-producing De La Mar project located in southwestern Idaho, and Nevada North project located in western Nevada. Learn more about the business and their high industry standards over at integraresources.com. And here is what you need to know today. Axo Metals has received approval from Mexico's federal government regulator for the environmental impact statement covering its San Antonio gold project in Sonora, the primary authorization needed to build and operate the mine. The approval covers all existing infrastructure and current resources across the project's deposits, positioning the company for near-term production at the past-producing site. One administrative step remains before mining can begin at Sapuchi and California deposits, a change of use of soils approval which Axo submitted earlier this year and expects before year-end. Integra Resources' Florida Canyon Mine produced 16,379 ounces of gold in Q2 2026, up 30% from the first quarter on record total material movement, including a 47% increase in ore mined and 45% more ore placed on the heap leach pads. With substantially more ore hitting the pads in the second half, the company expects production to rise in Q3 and Q4 and is maintaining full-year guidance of 70,000 to 75,000 ounces. Spanish Mountain Gold released assays for 10 holes from its 2026 feasibility drill program at its namesake project in BC's Caribou Gold Corridor. The standout intercept coming from hole 26-DH-1390, that was 252.3 meters, grading at 0.82 grams per ton gold, including a 93.5 meter stretch at 1.32 grams per ton. Roughly 18,500 meters of the planned 60,000 meter program have been completed to date, with results pending for 16 more holes. The company says that the results expand mineralization as it works to firm up the resource ahead of a feasibility study. Lundin Mine says its Soneros project in Chile's Atacama region has been without power since July 18 after a severe winter storm damaged 2 power line towers, with repairs and gradual restart expected to take 2 to 3 weeks, while backup generators support critical infrastructure. Caldera was the only briefly affected, with the mill running on stockpiles through the storm and mining now back at full capacity. Rocktech Lithium has signed a binding 7-year offtake agreement with Geneva-based trading house Transmine for spodumene concentrate from its Georgia Lake project in Ontario, covering deliveries starting in 2028 that ramp up from 50,000 to 100,000 dry metric tons annually, and with an option to expand up to 5 more years. The deal includes a framework for development prepayment facilities of up to $80 million and preserves Rocktech's ability to process material into battery-grade chemicals at its planned Red Rock converter, through volumes and timing remaining subject to adjustments following the definitive feasibility study. Troilus Mining's namesake gold-copper project in Quebec has been selected by the province as one of the first to receive support through Phylon, a new government service created under Quebec's 2025-2031 critical mineral strategy to coordinate ministries and streamline permitting for strategic mining projects. Next Source Materials has released a positive updated feasibility study for Phase 2 expansion of its Molo graphite project in southern Madagascar. The study outlines the stage expansion beyond the current Phase 1 operation to reach a total capacity of 150,000 tons per annum of flake graphite concentrate. Jaguar Mining's initial drilling campaign at its Fena ore body, part of the Tulamine mine complex in Brazil, intersected multiple high-grade gold zones, including 5.39 meters at 11.88 grams per ton and 3.13 meters at 22.46 grams per ton gold. Silver Star Mining has shipped its first concentrate from the La Perla silver mine complex in Durango, Mexico, sending 105 dry metric tons of lead silver concentrate and 70 dry metric tons of zinc concentrate under its previously announced offtake prepayment agreements. The milestones marks La Perilla's return from care and maintenance to a revenue-generating production. And finally, Scorpio Gold says that it plans to pursue a NASDAQ listing through an American Depository Share Program. The Mining Stock Daily Morning Briefing is produced by Clear Commodity Network. It is distributed throughout the world through your podcast network of choice and at Clear Commodity Network. That's it for today, everyone. Have a great day. Stay safe.
The information presented should not be considered investment advice. Mining Stock Daily and its affiliates are not responsible for any loss arising from any investment decision in connection with the material presented herein. Please do your own research or speak with a licensed financial representative before making any investment decisions.